So guys, today is a very special day because thanks to Avalanche Studios, today we have the chance to, for the first time on Early Access, try the new Intisuyu Peru Hunting Reserve. The new Intisuyu Peru Hunting Reserve has 14 different species, including 10 completely new animals. Among the new animals, we're gonna be able to hunt species like the South American tapir, the capybara, the spectacled bear, the jaguar, the ocelot, the taruca, the vicuña, among some other species. Now guys, before we start with the hunt, I just wanted to mention that my goal this year is to reach 35,000 subscribers before the end of the year, so if you enjoy the content, please make sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel. You have no idea of how much that would help. I am super excited to try this reserve for the first time guys. As you can see, we just spawned right here, and well, my first impression is that, man, the landscape is beautiful. Beautiful landscapes, but it's also very dense. Look at this jungle right here. Look at the amount of vegetation, that's impressive. Here we have a truck, it is a whitetail. We aren't gonna be hunting whitetail today, let me tell you. We are gonna focus on the new species mainly. And I gotta say, from the 10 new animals, the one that I'm looking forward to hunt the most is the capybara. They look very interesting. What is this? South American tapir. Ooh, that is very interesting guys. A South American tapir. The capybara may be my favorite species here, but honestly the tapir is a close second. What is that? That is an ocelot, look! Level 3. Do they go up to level 5 or level 9? I think it's safe to say they go up to level 9 because they are a predator. But we'll see guys, there's also some whitetail, who cares? This guy is roughly 180 meters out. They are a class 2 species, which means the Frost 257 is an ethical weapon. Let's zero for 150. She's still walking. I don't think she heard us, which is unfortunate, and she's inside the forest now. Yeah, she went into a jungle and unfortunately now it is impossible to spot it from here. Greater Grison, hold up. 2 to 3 kilos. What are the chances this is a max estimate? You know, the Greater Grison is a class 1 species. They are actually very similar in size to, for example, the pine martens. And I am honestly really wondering how are we gonna be able to kill one of these inside such a dense jungle. That's gonna be a challenge. Ooh, look! The ocelot is there. She's fleeing. We're gonna try to chase this ocelot because if we manage to kill it, that'll be our first kill on the new map. And of course I want my first kill on the new map to be a new species. Right there. Level 3. Damn, she's low. Yup. She's... Ooh, South American tapir. Ooh, level 5. Hold up. There is a level 5 right there? Could that be a diamond potential? I don't know, but we hear it. Possibly good. Damn. Level 5 South American tapir. What are the odds that is a diamond potential? Do they go up to level 5 or level 9? That is the question. We hear a barrel on the tapir. That's perfect. And here we have it. My first kill on the new map is a level 5 tapir. I suspect their max level is actually level 9 because there's no way our first kill on the new map was a diamond potential tapir. But maybe. Just look at how beautiful the mural is. Damn. That is a beautiful looking animal. Let's see a score. 121.98, it is just a silver, yeah. Of course they go up to level 9. You know, if this is only silver and it already weighs 250 kilograms pretty much, I assume the diamonds go above 300 possibly. What a beautiful animal guys, they did an amazing job modeling these guys. Now we're gonna continue trying to find the ocelot because I really wanna see how it looks. Hold up guys. I'm hearing something and I think it's the ocelot we're chasing. Yep, level 3, they are incredibly slow. To be honest, way too slow to be a predator because just imagine how fast these guys are in real life. She's 40 meters out, something like that. Perfectly broadside right there. Let's zero for 75. She's trotting. And that should have been a double lung. First ocelot of the hunt and our first ocelot ever. There was a second female over there apparently. Guys, imagine how cool it would be to find something like a rare jaguar or ocelot. Let's take a look at this guy. Look at the pattern. I am just impressed with the quality of the fur. And just the quality of the pattern. Super detailed. 18.48 just a bronze, bold fur type, and seeing a level 3 just a bronze, I would say that definitely confirms these guys actually go up to level 9. Which totally makes sense because as I said, they are a predator, a small predator, they look amazing. I just wish they were faster, but I won't complain because if they were faster it would be very hard to be able to shoot them inside these very dense jungles. Ooh, hold up. Is that a tapir? Ooh, spectacled bear. Level 8. Man, I wanna see it. He's attentive. Huge spectacled bear. 17 to 20. Honestly, after the capybara and the South American tapir, the spectacled bear may be my third favorite species on this reserve. Have you seen the face markings they can have? They are probably gonna have multiple variations for those face markings depending on the fur type. I wanna think that'll be the case because that'll be super cool. This guy's like 125 meters away. Let's shoot it right here. No reason to get any closer. That will do it. He's going down. Man, I'm excited to claim this guy. Now, as you can see, this area is a lot more open than the other area we're hunting, which apparently is gonna be one of the best things about this map. There's gonna be plenty of variety when it comes to the terrain. There are gonna be open areas like this one, also dense locations like the jungle, forcing us to adapt our strategies depending on the location. Now here we have this guy, look at how beautiful it looks. Look at those markings in the face. It is like a black bear, like a big black bear with a yellow face. That's super cool. Look at it. 18.87, the diamond score is 20.45, he was far, and the fur type is X markings. That is cool. Guys, I think I'm gonna tax this guy because I may put it in the thumbnail, eh? What is that over there? Safe to say that is a Horizon. Yup. He's like 300 meters away. Would be too far for the 22 pattern, but luckily we have the Jaguar 17. Here we have it. This rifle is also a class 1 weapon and it is able to zero up to 300 meters, which is a huge advantage. Let's try to hit it. Won't be easy though. That was... Ooh, we hit it. Perfect. That Horizon was only female, but I wanna see how they look. Very similar to a pine marten, even to a badger. You know, I would say it's definitely more similar to a pine marten than to a badger, but still the colors really resemble a badger. What a cool species. It is by far the smallest of the 10 new species present here on Intisuyu, but that doesn't mean it is less special or less beautiful. It is a 231.67 silver, which means they go up to level 5. Man, I'm excited about discovering the rest of the fur types for these guys. What kind of rares could they have? I assume maybe melanistics and albinos, possibly something like leucistic and piebald as well. It is gonna be exciting to discover them all. No way, this bear is aggressive. It is just a female, but is that fur different to the last one? I think it is. The markings are even more clear. So I wonder what kind of fur type is this one. Either way, we're gonna shoot it right here with the Malmer 7mm. Perfect hit. And let's take a look at the fur type. It's pretty much the same color, but the markings are definitely different. Messy markings. Yeah, that is very interesting. Look at the chest. The chest is certainly more messy, but when it comes to the face, I would say these are clearer X markings compared to the ones you see on the X markings fur type, which is interesting. Capybara! There's a capybara over there. Finally guys, that is exactly the species I wanted to find. We are currently on this part of the reserve. I was about to unlock what I presume is an outpost, and we finally found the first capybara we have ever found. I think I saw it running. There was something running over there. Really fast, by the way. This may be a truck right here. Yep, 43 to 52 kilos. That is a male capybara. However, hold up. Warning call. I was about to say, the one we heard earlier was a female, So this should be a group. There are actually more tracks right here. 52 to 61 kilos, that is a female. Heavier than the male. And if I'm not mistaken, the female capybaras are typically heavier than the males in real life. So maybe this is one of the species where the females are the ones that are gonna make diamond. We'll see. Look at all the tracks right here. I think I know what happened. They ran towards this river and possibly went inside the water. Ooh, look, level 2, 43 to 52 kilos. That is lighter than the other track we found. But finally guys, first capybara of the hunt. There are more. Of course there are more. That is a level 2, he's fleeing. And started to run right there. Damn, he was fast. That one is just nervous however. So as soon as she goes to the shore, we're gonna be able to shoot it. Look at the swimming animations, that is super cool. It's like a beaver. Don't go away. Don't go away, buddy. Bro. Not sure if that was a good hit, but she went down very quickly. As I mentioned earlier, the capybara is my favorite species on this reserve, and for a very good reason. They are by far the most iconic of all the 10 new animals that are present here. Like, whenever you think about South American fauna, you are definitely gonna think about the capybara. Beautiful fur. Unfortunately, we posted. We didn't hit him on a single barrel, we hit him on the intestines and stomach. We missed the liver, unfortunately. But it doesn't really matter because she was tiny. They really look true to life. I gotta say, the models on this map are just in pair, if not above the models on Sundarpatan, for example. Sundarpatan was the staple when it comes to realistic models because that was the last huge reserve, but this one definitely competes and very very close. There's something in the water. More capybaras. Ooh. Level 4. 61 to 70 kilos? That's probably the max estimate. Yep. That one is really big and it is a female, which is interesting. I'm telling you guys, the female capybaras are possibly gonna be the ones that make diamond. Maybe even both the females and the males. What is that? That was scary. I just heard a roar. Not sure if it was a jaguar. It was something. And definitely bigger than a ocelot. But for the moment we're gonna focus on shooting that level 4. She's still in the water, which means we'll have to go for a brain shot. Won't be simple. This really reminds me to having to shoot the beavers. And that was a brain shot. Not too bad. Hold up. Threat nearby. We are being attacked by something. There's a threat nearby. Is that a... It is a caiman, apparently. Yup. Is that caiman the aggressive one? That one is alarmed, but there's one that is aggressive. Hold up. I don't know what was attacking us. I guess it was that one. Okay, it was also level 6. There's another one right there though. Which should go down now. Perfect. Yeah, he's going down. The black caiman, guys. I believe it is the heaviest of the new species here on Peru. However, the one that I really wanna see is this capybara. Really big level 4. We'll see how close it is from diamond. 64.72, the diamond score is 66.5. Not too bad. These guys really remind me to the beavers, they are very similar. But man, I love how they look. And I really wonder what kind of rares they have. Possibly piebald, albino, melanistic, maybe something different. Man, I'm excited. And now we also have this caiman to claim, which is another of the species that I'm really excited to see. Look at the model. I'll say, they actually look very different to both the crocodiles and the alligators, especially the eyes. The eyes are significantly bigger. It is a dark green, the model is beautiful. You can see the face is like shorter compared to both the crocodiles and the alligators, plus a thicker body. They are also lighter, similar in size to the gators though. But yeah, this is an amazing looking species and they are aggressive. So far we have killed 6 of the 10 new species, so we're gonna start focusing on the ones we don't have just yet. We still have to kill both the taruca and the vicuña, for example. Oh, this truck is heavy. 13 to 16 kilos, it is an ocelot, male ocelot. There's also a greater grison. But yeah guys, this truck is quite heavier compared to any other ocelot truck I've seen so far. I think the biggest I've seen before this one was 11 to 13, so there's a chance this is a max estimate, and it should be close. He's there. He's fleeing. Possibly a level 7, level 8, maybe even a level 9. That would be insane. We are probably gonna be able to spot it here. Right there. Oh! Oh my god, there is a level 9! Oh my god, it is actually level 9, no way. No way guys, first max level of the hunt and our first max level here in Peru. No way, and it is an ocelot. Alright, safe to say 13 to 16 kilos is actually a max estimate for these guys. I don't think I've been as nervous to shoot something in a very long time. He's getting stuck right there. There is a tapir as well. Oof. Not a great spot to take a shot on the throat because of how dense it is, but I guess we'll have to go for it at some point. No way, what is the fur type? Fine fur type. That is different to the one of the first ocelot. Alright. Finally an area that is not as dense as the others, although there's still a lot of vegetation. There he is. What is that? That is a different ocelot? Damn, for a second I thought it was a jaguar. Alright guys. We may have a chance right here. He's throwing. Let's zero for 75. And let's aim. Hold up, he stopped. Oh, we dropped it. Maybe I too far back, but I think he died. Yeah, he died. Safe to say it was a barrel. Was it? Yeah. Oof. Will this be our first diamond here in Peru, guys? A diamond ocelot. As I mentioned earlier, this fur type is different to the one we saw on the first ocelot. As you can see, it is a bit lighter. Just a bit lighter. And here comes the moment of truth. Will it make it? Let's cross our fingers. 28.08, he made it. Yes. First diamond here in Peru. 27.68 is the diamond score. This one is well above that. It is a medium-sized diamond. 15.14 kilos. No way, guys. Look at the shot. We hit the stomach, liver and the left lung a bit too far back. I can't believe it. I would have never expected my first trophy here in Peru to be an ocelot, to be honest, because they are probably one of the hardest diamonds. Beautiful trophy, guys. Let's continue. We still have 4 more species to go, including the jaguars. Ooh! Western Mountain Quarry. Or Quati. Damn, class 1 species, 1.12 to 125 kilos. Man, this is another of the new species and they seem to be elusive. Ooh, they are here. They were feeding. 4 quarries on this feed zone. And there were 6 on the other feed zone over there. So there are 2 different groups right here. The problem with these quarries is that they are so small that every single piece of vegetation is gonna give them cover. I hear him. This is the first time we get close to these quarries, and I believe they are very, very close. Hold up. Right there, guys. Look. Level 3 female. There was more than one though. So as soon as I have the opportunity to drop one, we're definitely gonna take it, because it's been a pain to find them. Let me tell you. I think there are more running this way. Hold up a second. Yep. Ooh, that is also level 3 female. She's down. I think she was stuck on a bush. Damn. First Western Mountain Quarry right here. Look at it. 1.31. The diamond score is 1.45. It is like a lemur. Like a mix between a lemur and a raccoon. Such a unique looking species. I think I'm a taxid. Jaguar. Ooh. About time, guys. There's a Jaguar, a female though. We have spent at least a couple hours playing this map, and this is actually the first Jaguar we have seen so far. Which leads me to believe they are possibly just as rare as the tigers. There she is. Where the she will go aggressive. There she is again. She's making a lot of warning calls. There we have it, just a level 2. She's kinda tiny and she's alert. Alarm now. Oof. That was a battle. A lot of people are very excited about the Jaguars, mainly because they are gonna be the new great one. And I won't deny it, I'm also very excited about the Jaguars. They are very cool for sure, look at it. It landed on a terrible position, but here you can see a pattern as well as the quality of the fur. Certainly just as detailed as the tigers and the snow leopards. Let's try to take a look at the face right here. Look at it, look at the whiskers. No way. 34.23, we are gonna tax it. Rosered fur type. As I was saying, just based off my limited experience playing this map, they may be just as rare as the tigers. Definitely not as rare as the leopards, but maybe just as the tigers. Beautiful looking animal, one of my favorite species here. So with this one, now we're just missing both the vicuña and the taruca. However, I highly doubt we're gonna be able to find vicuñas and tarucas on this part of the reserve, so we're gonna head to the left part of the map, because this region is a mountainous area where the vicuñas and tarucas are probably gonna live. Are those vicuñas? Yup, vicuñas. Level 4 right there. 51 to 55 kilos. Is that a max estimate? Maybe? But look guys, this part of the map is completely different to the right side of the map. There are a lot of open areas right here. Ooh, these are tarucas. Level 1, level 2, and level 2 as well. 72 kilos top estimate on that one? That one looks big. I assume they go up to level 3. Man, that's cool. So we have some vicuñas to show on this side, and then some tarucas. Let's see, the level 4 was behind that female. The vicuñas are honestly very interesting looking species. They are quite similar to both the alpacas and the llamas. Personally, they aren't my favorite because they don't have any horns or antlers, but they are still very cool, that's for sure. Class 3 species, so we're gonna use the Frost 257. That'll do it. Yep, that dropped it on the spot. And here we have the first vicuña of the hunt. There's nothing especially remarkable about this species because not even the color of the fur variations changes a lot. But I mean, they are very unique because there's nothing in the game that is similar to these vicuñas. 208.93, the diamond score is 214? Damn. He was really big actually. Yep, 52.38 kilos, safe to say that was a max estimate. Not too bad. I wonder if we'll manage to find a level 5 today. But first we have to go for the taruca. There's a taruca right there. Less than 100 meters out. They are a class 3 species, so we can use the Frost 257 once again. And yeah, they definitely go up to level 3 very easy. That was a good shot. The taruca is actually the only new deer species that is present here in Peru, and for that reason it was one of the species that I was looking forward to hunt the most. Here we have this guy. The antlers are far from being impressive. For example, they are bigger than the antlers of a roe deer, but they are still nothing like a red deer or a mule deer, for example. Still a very cool looking animal. Look at this one. 81.22 score, just a silver, just a level 2, 61.83 kilograms, dark fur type, and as you can see the shot was barely good, we barely hit a single lung. I like him though. I'll say those markings on the face, they are very cool, make him look very unique, and just the shape of the body overall, they are different to the rest of the deer species, that's for sure. Hold up, there is a taruca right there, a female? Are there more? Bro, as soon as I entered this part of the map, the tarucas and the vicuñas just started appearing out of nowhere. There's a level 2 right there, I didn't see it. Hold up, can I use the frost? Hopefully good. Yeah, he's going down. Perfect hit. And there's another level 2 right there, plus another female. Another chance right here. Never mind, he went away. But yeah, those two level 2s were fairly big, but not as big as the one we saw earlier. Second Taruk of the hunt. The first one had a dark fur type, and this one is also dark fur type. Alright. Very similar in size to the first one, 80.11. Different level 2 right there, 64 to 73 estimate. Level 1. None of these tarukas is big, but I found a track that said 64 to 72 kilos, guys, so that is a max estimate, maybe level 3. I'm just trying to spot it. Oh, there he is. Level 2 though, 79 to 89. Look at those antlers, that is clearly bigger than the last two we have shot. Let's go for it right here. He's attentive. Just go broadside. Perfect. The level 1 is down as well, and the max estimate just went down. Good, good, good. So 2 tarukas to finish the hunt, guys. Here we have this one, it is a 74.92, level 1, gray fur type, lighter than the last two. And as for the max estimate, it is an 87.8, dark fur type as well, 64.68 kilos. His weight was pretty much at the bottom of the max weight estimate, so it is a tiny max estimate, but it is still very nice looking. Look at those antlers, it is like a crown. So cool looking. But yeah guys, that is gonna be pretty much it for this first hunt here on Peru. I really hope you enjoyed this video just as much as I did. It was super nice to get to hunt all those new species. And guys, don't forget, if you like this kind of content, please make sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel. You have no idea of how much that will help. So thank you very much for watching, and I will see you on the next video. Goodbye.